Good morning, Jackednnerdy fans. Jeremy here with another non-spoiler review video. Today we are reviewing Jurassic World Dominion. But before we get into that review, I just want to give a big shout out to all of our supporters who have been following the channel. Big shout out to you guys. We've had a massive boom on the channel over the last couple of weeks, been getting lots of views. However, not many people are subscribing to the channel. So if you are watching these videos and you are enjoying them, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. That way you never miss out on a video. It will always pop up on your feed letting you know that a new video has been posted. Also, if you enjoy these videos, please make sure you give them a thumbs up. That way that lets us know that you are enjoying the content that we're putting out, and it encourages us to keep going. So please, by all means, hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, let us know you're enjoying what we're doing, and if there are any suggestions or recommendations, things that you would like to see us do reviews of, other TV shows, movies, unboxing videos, if there are other action figures or superheroes or specific characters that you would like to see us do a video on, please let us know. Hit us up in the comments. We do read them all, and we will respond. So please, like I said, hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and let us know if there's anything that you would like to see. Right, so with that out of the way, Jurassic World Dominion, directed by Colin Trevorrow. This is the 6th installment of the Jurassic World franchise, and they've been promoting this as the kind of the big finale or the big hurrah of the franchise. And look, I went and saw the movie late last night. I got a late screening. I didn't get home till midnight last night, which I did post a initial reaction video on the channel, so feel free to check that out. And going into this movie, I was very excited. I love the Jurassic World franchise. It holds a special place in my heart ever since I was a little child, because obviously when I was in primary school, that's when the first movie came out, the original Jurassic Park. It was a big event. I even still have all the little collector cards that they were promoting and little collector's items back in the day. I still have them today as part of my collection. So going into this movie, I was very, very excited, especially knowing that they brought the original cast back. However, in the days leading up to going to see this movie, I was hearing a lot of negative press, negative reviews coming out about it, so I was a little bit concerned going into this movie. That being said, I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. Was it as good as some of the other Jurassic Park movies? Absolutely not. If anything, I'd probably say this was the weakest out of all of them. Or maybe on par with the last one, because the last one was a little bit hit and miss. Is it the greatest movie? No, absolutely. Not at all. It's not, it's not going to win, Academy Awards or anything like that. That being said, that's not why you go and see these movies. The original movie, yes, it won lots of awards because it was revolutionary and what have you. But this particular movie is not going to win any awards. I'll put money on that. However, is it an enjoyable movie? Absolutely. Absolutely. You can sit there, you can zone out, you can just enjoy the visual effects, you can enjoy the acting, you can, it is an enjoyable movie. The story is a little bit hit and miss. They took it in a direction, at least with the first half of the movie, or the first third of the movie. They took it in a direction that just does not... it isn't Jurassic Park, to me at least. So the first third of the story, I kind of sat there going, it feels like a different movie to what I've come to expect from the Jurassic Park franchise or Jurassic World franchise. Whilst it could have worked as a standalone movie in itself, and you could have called it something completely different. There seems that in this movie there are two different storylines and they converge. Which really they probably could have done two movies with two separate storylines and kept them separate, and it would have worked just as well. But that's just my opinion. So, like I said, overall it worked, but personally I think it probably could have been done a bit differently, and it could have worked just as well, if not better. So the story, is a bit hit and miss in my opinion. The scripting itself, though, was good. There was no lines or anything that really kind of took me out of the movie. No moments that really just kind of went, check me out or what have you. And there were lots of really good, hidden in the script here and there. There are lots of good little callbacks to the original, which worked, which hit the mark with me. The nostalgia aspect. There were lots of also subtle things in the backgrounds, or little bits and pieces that are not in the forefront or in your face, but are sit in the background that are callbacks to the original movie as well, which I really enjoyed and I thought was really, really good. Also, the scoring, the music, they brought back John Williams' original Jurassic Park theme in moments of this movie, which definitely hit you with the nostalgia aspect, brings some of the emotions back and what have you. So they did well in that aspect. Casting, you can't go wrong. They brought back the original OGs, Sam Neill, Laura Dern, Jeff Goldblum. This trio was absolutely fantastic to see back on screen. They did such a great job in the original movie. So I wholeheartedly, seeing them back on screen together, was perfect for me. Of course, Bryce Dallas Howard and Chris Pratt from the last two movies. Their chemistry and their dynamics is fantastic and believable. And I enjoyed seeing them back on the screen. And then having those two characters crossover with the original trio from the original movie, that was a nice little kind of moment as well, although it kind of, I don't think it kind of had the emotional impact or the kind of the strong impact that they were hoping for. It almost felt very kind of hi, okay, moving on. So it didn't quite have the depth of impact for me that I was hoping for, and I don't think it had the depth of impact that Colin Trevorrow and the creators of this movie were hoping for. I don't think. I also want to give a very big shout out to DeWanda Wise, who was new to the franchise and made her debut in this movie. She is a stunningly beautiful woman. And a fantastic actress, and her character in this was really, really cool. Every time that she was on screen, I enjoyed watching her. She was fantastic. I only wish that they gave her character a bit more screen time, because that would have been fantastic to see her do more, because I really enjoyed her character and seeing her on stage. So with all of that out of the way, finally, the last thing that we can touch on is the visual effects. I mean, like with all of these Jurassic Park movies and Jurassic World movies, the visual effects are top notch, absolutely stunning. At no point did they feel unreal. Like, they felt real the whole way through. At no point was I watching anything and kind of went, that's obviously CGI. I swear, every single shot, you could have sworn that they were actual real dinosaurs there on screen, with these actors and actresses and everything. So the visual effects were 100% on point. They brought in a lot of new dinosaurs that you haven't seen before. So that was really, really cool. And of course, I mean, look, not giving spoilers away, but when you see the T-Rex on screen, it brings you back to how you felt in the original. Seeing that monstrous T-Rex on screen, it will always hold a special place in my heart. The visuals of the T-Rex, the sound of the roar, it gives me goosebumps and gives me the warm and fuzzies every time I hear it, because I harken back to the original Jurassic Park movie, which I still watch to this day, probably 3 or 4 times a year. I'll sit down and I'll rewatch the original because I just love it so much, and it does still hold up. Obviously, apart from a few little technological things. But again, you could say, look, if this was in real life, that original movie was over 20 years old. So back in the day, if you think about it in reality, 20 years ago, they would have been using that. Over 20 years ago, they would have been using that actual technology. So it still does hold up. So look, let me know what you think. Get out. I still really enjoyed this movie. I had a good time. I just think that there are a few things that they could have done differently that would have improved it. But then again, I'm not in charge. You're not in charge. This is Colin Trevorrow's vision, and this is what he wanted the movie to be. So look, I'll give him a thumbs up. He did a great job. Like I said, a few little tweaks that I would have made, but then again, it's not my movie. I still enjoyed it. I still had a good time. However, I will end on the fact that I do think that this franchise has run its course, and they can just leave things alone now. No more sequels. Just call it a day. You've made 4 fantastic movies, 2 decent movies. You've made millions of dollars. Now it's time just to let the franchise sit on the shelf for a decade or 2. Maybe you can revisit it in 10, 15, 20 years, do a whole new reboot, something like that. That's fine, but for now, I think it's time just to let the franchise simmer and have a rest. So that's my thoughts. I'd like to know what you guys think. So definitely go out there, check out this movie, Jurassic World Dominion. And hit me up with your thoughts. Did you enjoy the movie? Did you not enjoy the movie? Would you have done certain things differently, like I would have? I'd really like to hear your feedback. So by all means, hit us up in the comments below. Let us know your thoughts. And again, hit that subscribe button. That way you get notified every time we post up a video. Give us a thumbs up. And until next time, guys, stay jacked and stay nerdy.